Bingo.
Why did we wait so long?
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
I wonder where we went wrong.
You could be my wingman anytime.
We already got this far.
Shit, he's gonna get a rock on us!
And now together we are so strong. We are living in a danger zone. Where's your home? We're living in a danger zone.
Characters collide rules. Number 1. Outside help is not allowed unless it benefits both characters. Number 2. If there is multiple cannons of a character, we will choose the ones that will give the fairest matchup. Number 3. The field or animation does not depict how the fight would go. It is merely for entertainment. Number 4. Non-canon is not allowed for either characters. Unless, however, we are using a specific non-canon form of a character. We hope you enjoy the episode.
Heroes vs. Villains, a classic matchup in all types of media. Comics, shows, and even video games.
But today's hero and villain are a bit more outrageous and parodies.
Super Brainz, Dr. Zombosses' heroic super zombie.
And Captain Underpants, the Waistband Warrior.
I'm Demon, and he's Archer.
And it's our job to see what would happen when these two fictional characters collide.
After Zombosses' first defeat against the Mighty Plants and Crazy Dave, he needed a new way to attack. Good thing he was working on a new weapon that would superfy his zombie army. With the Herotron 5000, he powered up his zombies into dastardly villains. Too bad he accidentally hit the button to also superfy the plants as well. Yeah, he's definitely a Doctor level genius working with a real Mozart here.
Good thing Zomboss got the best new superfied thing. The self-proclaimed famous Super Brainz. Okay, he's obviously just some undead Superman, right?
I mean, yeah? I'm more shocked that Zomboss just made his own worst enemy here. Put him on the same list and same category as Neocortex. He's a bloody Albert Hawking.
Well, yes, what Zomboss did was kind of, well, extremely stupid. To be fair though, it didn't backfire completely, as Super Brainz became one of his strongest zombie allies.
With this transformation, he was given super strength, super speed, and became even more durable, and of course Super Brainz can also fly. Well, mainly in story and cutscenes, gameplay-wise, that would make him too busted. It ruined the competitive meta.
What? Anyway, speaking of gameplay, we should explain what we will be given to Super Brainz. You see, unlike Scientist vs. Medic, where they both had a basic stock arsenal, this battle wouldn't work with that idea. So in this we'll be giving Super Brainz all his abilities, perks, and upgrades.
Only thing we won't be giving him is his multiple variants, since in the events of Garden Warfare 2, turned out all variants are completely different characters. So we are using just the classic Super Brainz.
Now that that's settled, let's get to Super Brainz' arsenal. He has his classic 3-punch combo, which is self-explanatory. He punches the enemy 3 times. It damages them greatly, and he has a laser beam on his arm that has a very short overheat.
Good thing he has upgrades to extend how long it can be used before it overheats. He also has the ability to power up a projectile punch, which can send enemies flying.
He has the Ultra Ball, which is basically Ryu's Hadouken, and not an actual Ultra Ball, and he even has the power to shoot 3 of them at once, or even fire a slow-moving Heat Seeker. He also has his Turbo Twister, in which he spins in a Cyclone and slows down nearby enemies for a short while. Because that's all a Cyclone does.
He then has the Heroic Kick, which he can take out burrowed enemies and help get around places easier as well, and he can even summon a shield. Last but not least, he has the Heroic Leap, where he does a doomfist and launches himself into the air, causing a giant shockwave when he lands.
And this doesn't include all of his perks and upgrades, which includes strength boosts, speed ups, vampiric punches, and even more. This also doesn't count his hacks abilities, like cut down to size, which insta-kills much stronger plants, his power of telepathy, yes he can somehow read minds, sometimes it doesn't take one to read one, or super stench, which is a negate durability power. Okay, how did PVC get so busted?
I think you forgot the last time you mentioned this series, we had a zombie destroying city blocks just by opening a jar.
Good point. Oh hey, well, that actually leads us into his feats. And strap in folks, PVC isn't as easy with feats as you think. Let's go with all the main feats he should be scalable to. Let's bring up that smash feat again. The smash was able to create a giant crater with just a single slam to the ground, because he couldn't open a jar.
What's the power level of the jar?
Since we can't definitively say what his size is, we compared him to another similar zombie class, the Gargantuan, which are the size of regular telephone poles, which are around 40 feet tall, which means his weight is likely around 2,239 pounds. This, the Smash, must be outputting between 10 to over 100 tons of force, easily a city block level feat.
Haha! Archer, that's just kitty gloves right here. How about the time he fought Solar Flare, whose previous feat was against this ice zombie named Brain Freeze. In this fight, Solar Flare, even while frozen herself, was able to instantly melt an entire water park worth of ice, which itself was instantly frozen over by the zombie Brain Freeze.
If you didn't know, which would be surprising, traditional water perks usually carry about 900,000 gallons of water in them, which equates to roughly 3,406,870.61 kilograms of water. If we assume the water was at a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, that would make the latent heat of water vaporization 2,453.6 kilojoules per kilogram. Thus to vaporize 3,406,870.61 kilograms at that temperature, it would require 8,359,097,728 kilojoules of energy. In simple terms, 1,997.8 tons of TNT, or nearly 2 kilotons or small town level.
Oh, but that pales in comparison to his greatest feat. During one of the few trailers of Garden Warfare 2, Super Brainz punched a planet known as Super Beam off the moon. Then it collided with Earth so hard it caused this giant explosion. This equates to around 47,966,517 megatons of force, or 23.985 teratons of force. I mean, this feat is at least large country level. That's strong. In fact, that's much greater than 4 joules of kinetic energy.
I think only a few people would understand that joke, Demon. Wait, why are you laughing?
It's just finding funny that Super Brainz of all people could somehow be in the same strain as freaking Kenshiro. You know, anime Jesus.
Yeah, that is a bit strange, but also completely unimportant. While this is Super Brain's most impressive strength feat, we still haven't mentioned his speed. He is able to scale to the lowest of plants like Wall Knight, who can react to this missile fast enough to put his armor on, or the All-Star who can sprint tackle so fast he engulfs in flames.
Or the big one where he can react to the Sunflower's light beam, which has been shown to be made of pure sunlight. This means he'd be moving at around relativistic to faster than light speeds, which is around 75% to higher speeds of light. Heck, it's not even including the Citron's lasers as well.
Hey, that's not all. He also survived being struck by lightning by the Rose and took it as mere sparkles, and was able to remake a city in his image. Just 'cause he can.
Oh, what about him being caught off guard by multiple plant heroes, 2 being Green Shadow and Solar Flare, whom he can scare to an attack power, meaning he must be very durable to take their hits.
But like every character in every episode, this undead superhero zombie has a few flaws. To put it bluntly, he's really dumb. We will take back saying zombies are too dumb to speak, since in Garden Warfare 2 and Battle for Neighborville, they show that they can have their own language, but Super Brainz is still not that bright. He's constantly being foiled and defeated by plant heroes again and again.
And his biggest flaw is his narcissism. Yeah, Super Brainz is in love with himself and his looks, so this genius likes to just look at the mirror in the heat of battle to check himself out. Like, really? The superpowered superhero loses because he can't leave the mirror for a few seconds?
I mean, I see you take 40 minutes before recording to fix your dome.
I need to! If it's not perfect, then my acting isn't perfect. That's all I got, Archer.
I'm just gonna ignore that. But at the end of the day, Super Brainz has shown multiple times why he's Dr. Zombosses' greatest zombie. If you see something flying through the air, you'd better protect your brains, assuming it's Super Brainz and not one of the 50 million other things that flies. On second thought, if you see something that is really stupid and gawking into a handheld mirror while flying, then you should protect your brains.
Hey Archer, did you ever notice how strange it is that so many superheroes are just slightly above average dudes, just running around in their underwear like indecent exposure isn't a thing?
I mean, I live with you. You maybe, please put on some pants.
1. No. I won't. No. Denied. Sit back down. No. Never. Rejected. And 2, what I'm getting at is this superhero literally flies in his underwear. Say hello to Captain Underpants, the Waistband Warrior. Well, the real life version. You see, these two kids, George and Harold, in distant times, used this hypno ring on their mean principal Crump, which did stuff to him, kinda,
After making him dance for a while, they did the unthinkable and turned him into Captain Underpants, and soon he became the hero of the city. Kinda. I don't think he's following the rules. He's kinda doing public indecency running around almost butt naked.
Bah, no need to worry about that. Now let's explain the arsenal and powers. For one, he has his underwear. Yes, with them he can fire extra unused at enemies like projectiles, or use like a parachute as well. He also has a tiny toilet and uses toilet paper as a grappling hook.
Also, after drinking some super juice, he was given amazing powers. He gained super strength, super speed, and crazy durability. And to end it off, he's even able to fly now. And that's basically it for Arsenal. Yeah, Captain Underpants doesn't have the biggest weapons under that waistband.
But with what he lacks in weapons, he makes it up in feats.
I mean, he's lacking in a few more things. Like common decency, for one.
Come on, man, are you really just going to be playing about that again? Just get to explain his feats already.
Oh, fine. Like the time he was slingshotted as a baby from one galaxy to right at Earth, and it took like nothing just to survive his original home planet's destruction. To survive something this strong as a child would take around 16.15 minitons of force. Easily large planet to borderlines dwarf star level.
Well, I was talking more about his scaling to Super Diaper Baby Archer, which in his book, he pushed the entire planet away from the sun just to make it not melt, incinerate. So I forgot what happened and what the reason was for it.
Well, besides that, he's been squashed, stretched, shrunk into a small size and massive size as well. Even defeated building-sized robots and monsters for years. Well, for us it's years. Never really knew how long the events took place from each other.
No time for that. We need to discuss Captain Underpants' speed as well. He's able to fly at lightning speed. Putting quotes right there, guys, in lightning. Dodge a freeze ray, and there's this massive one. You see, one time this guy flew to Uranus and back in a matter of 15 minutes. This should be calculated to be around 100 times the speed of light. Wow, who would have thought a giant in his undies was this cool? Maybe I should stay naked more often.
Again, please don't. You've been like this since Ryuku vs. Bayonetta.
Like I said, never! If Captain Underpants can run around naked and still be a badass, then I can do it as well.
I need a break after the season is over just to get my sanity back from you.
Ha! And you just got 11 episodes to watch, buddy. But again, Captain Underpants has 2 major downsides. One is water. Pour some water on his head and he turns back into Mr. Crump. The second is his below average intelligence. Yeah, if you can't tell, he's a massive moron.
Yeah, but with 2 glaring weaknesses, that doesn't stop this undie-wearing hero to swoop in and save the day without getting himself a wedgie in the process.
You know, you can say that us finding an ending joke for this analysis part is bare naked.
Well, yeah, but even better than that, I just say look down.
I forgot I got no dick! Okay, prediction videos, be right back, you know the deal.
See you all right after these predictions.
Hey guys, who ain't here? This is the 8th fucking time I have to record this new prediction type thing because A, I suck at improv, and 2, I had a successful take on the 7th attempt, but Audacity, ooh, it decided to say fucky, yui, hooey. Fucking god, this sounds terrible. Anyways, yes, now, interesting little story. You see all this shit that's on screen for the power of editing, all that shit? That was the original prediction for this. that resulted in a 19-minute recording for the first take. That's why I'm going improv and I'm just gonna jump straight into this prediction part instead of covering the rest of what's on that fucking document. Oh boy. Because, I mean, considering recent FCC episodes, especially Garnet Risk of Life, which, by the way, Demon, I am not sorry for. Fuck you, nah, you still good, bruh. Yeah. I ain't letting that slide like a landslide. Ting in that DM into these DMs. There's another fucking rock pun after that. You happy? Because, you know, landslides, rocks can fall out. Yada, 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 yada. So, what's the plan? Let's just fucking fill up the front of the ship. The shit. Not ship. But, you know, whatever. And jump right into it. The it being the actual part who I think will win. I had not made fun of Nemesis yet in this video. So, crap, I need a way to make fun of him. Hey Nemesis, I'm primed up for this video. You'll get that. On to the prediction. Ha, now the following will be sorta scripted. Ain't that nice? Nice. Now, unlike Warrior vs. Joker or Medic vs. Scientist, which seem to have that one guy with all the fucking advantages, Super Brainz vs. Captain Underpants is, well, it depends. In my eyes, we have two scenarios. One, we have Brainz vs. Underpants, fucking hell, that seems stupid to say out loud, with outlier feats. Well, until there's either scans right now in this video that show the feats of, you know, the planet statement and the up your Uranus trip, haha lol. If not, that's where the second scenario comes in. To a situation without counting those feats, which in that case makes the matchup really fucking close. But, you know, for now, the first scenario. Oh boy, the first scenario. I mean, come on guys. Country level versus planet level. Sure, Super Brainz can dodge beams of light and shit, basically equaling out speed, but that won't matter when Underpants has the massive advantage in strength and is also equal in speed. Yeah. First scenario, Super Brainz is hardcore fucked. Not literally though, I hope not. If they do result in fire, okay, no, those. Now, if we go with the second scenario, well, that's where we have trouble. Outside of outliers, both Brainz and Underpants have achieved essentially the same level of feats, making it very hard to pinpoint a winner. Yes, you could say Underpants is city level, but you know, Brainz with the speed and shit with that multi-city building thing, yeah, close. However, in the end, I believe Super Brainz has just a tiny little fucking edge, just that one little teensy wincy little thing that makes him win. Why? Well, two things. One, I'm gonna argue that his abilities are better compared to Underpants. Sure, Underpants can fucking see people from 100 miles away with cotton, that's fucking stupid. Super Brainz just has the more useful and more well-versed moveset, which can adapt to any situation. Lasers and shit for long range, and, you know, heroic fisting, oh god, at the close range. Ultimately just giving way too much shit for Underpants to handle, both, you know, the amount of abilities and the shit he'll about to take, because, you know, that's a lot of abilities. Plus, Brainz still has that edge and speed due to the reaction speed to the laser shit, and the Uranus flying speed thing isn't here too. So, yeah, safe to say in the second scenario, without outliers, Brainz with better reaction speed and better abilities barely takes it over Underpants with high difficulty. At this point, it's like a 50-50, so unless we got those scans to Underpants with his grain of shit and the planet level statement, I'm gonna stick with the second scenario. But, considering Demon does like to use everything that's not canon and shit, and we count all the outlier shit, and we got the scans, rip Super Brainz. Just rip Super Brainz. Oh well, if Underpants does win, he might be looking worse for wear. But he'll make sure to put Super Brainz 6 feet down under. Where? Underwear. Lol. And zombie. You get it. I hope. Now, if Bizarro wins, however, Demon, do Bizarro vs Super Brainz for Season 3. Let's go. This zombie sure had the brains to give out a super powered beatdown. It's like a 3-in-1. I hate myself too. Anyways, I've already extended your video, Demon, by like 6 to 8 minutes. So, yeah. I think that's a better length than the fucking 19-minute full recording. I think that is. I hope you think that is. So, yeah. I'll either hand it over to the next prediction maker after mine, or if mine's the last one, or if mine's the last prediction, or I'm the only prediction, 1, fuck you all, JK. And 2, I will hand over to you, Demon and Archer. I'm not forgetting about you, Archer. Who are you again? Just fucking kidding. Anyways, whatever the case, yeah. Brief recap, if we're counting all the outlier shit, easy win for Underpants, if not, Brainz. Do we have those fucking scans yet? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Saw ya. Also, by the way, pizza time.
Hello guys, sorry to Spider back again for another prediction video. This time we're doing Super Brainz versus Captain Underpants. And I think Captain Underpants will win this one. This will probably be a short prediction, but oh well, at least I've given a prediction in this time. So yeah, Captain Underpants will win this one. I see Captain Underpants having the strength and speed on his side by quite a big margin. Sure, Super Brainz can apparently reach up to country level, maybe country level in power, but Captain Underpants can definitely top this, as he's had Planet Feats in the past. As he's pushing this diaper baby feat, which did calc to planet level or something like that, I don't remember, but that was what happened. It was something similar to that. And yeah, and Captain Underpants has also flown into space in a few seconds before. During the end of the movie, the intro to the movie, he flies into space in a couple of seconds, and he can boost his speed too, which he did also show in the same scene. And yeah, Captain Underpants is super dumb, like really goddamn dumb. But this doesn't seem to stop him from saving the day most of the time. So the stupidity, I don't think is going to really be a problem for him. Also, the Super Brainz might be. Super Brainz should have more, like, the bigger arsenal of powers on his side, but I don't really see that being able to damage Captain Underpants when Captain Underpants has took way more powerful hits before, and can take everything Super Brainz can dish out and dish back twice as much. So this might have been a short prediction, but I'm going for Captain Underpants to win this FCC. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, guys.
Okay, and the conclusion has been decided. This episode's winner is Captain Underpants.
Wait. Really? I would've thought Super Brainz would take this one. You better do some convincing here, Archer.
What? Oh, okay, put the knife down. Okay then, let's go down to each category. Let's start with strength. Now tell me, what is Super Brainz' best physical feat?
Oh, that's easy. It was a punch of Super Beam that collided with the plant so hard it caused a giant explosion around 23 teratons.
Exactly, and Captain Underpants has scaling to Super Diaper Baby, who was strong enough to push the entire Earth, a feat which would need to be around 59 cititons of force. Way ahead of anything Super Brainz has done.
Okay, you might have strength, but what about speed? I'm sure Super Brainz is much faster than the Captain.
Well, no actually. Super Brainz' best speed feat is dodging the Sunflower's sunbeam, which is around 50% the speed of light, while Captain Underpants
travel to Uranus and back in minutes, which was around 100 times the speed of light.
Yes, even the durability was even greater. Super Brainz can survive fighting against the country-level being, Super Bean, but Captain Underpants survived being shot to Earth from another galaxy. As a baby.
Dang it! Wait, Super Brain does have some advantages though. Like he's much smarter than Captain Underpants, has better weapons and hacks. Could you just outsmart him to win this?
Kinda hard to do that when the guy is so much faster and stronger than you. Yes, I will say that Super Brainz has advantages, but they're only minor and won't do much in the overall stat department.
Dang it. Well, in the end, while Super Brainz has the weapons, hacks, and overall intelligence in this fight, he wasn't strong enough to get past Super Brain's superior strength, speed, and durability.
Seems in the end, Super Brainz just got out-brainzed.
Ow. That one actually hurt. But somehow it has massive nostalgia for me with that joke.
Whatever. The winner is Captain Underpants.
Next time on Fictional Characters Collide.